Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing my video, you're welcome to Sew with Carissa. And if you are also a returning subscriber or viewer, thanks for sticking with me. So in today's video, we'll be making this trendy, stylish scuba A-line dress for a baby girl. So we made this dress for a 6-year-old girl. So let's jump right into the video. So for the full length of this dress, I draw my starting line. For my starting line on the folded, the back fabric is folded into two. I'll take my back measurement, which is 12 inches divided by 2, 6 inches. Then I'll go down from the starting line, take 5 inches for the shoulder. Then I'll just draw a line with my cuff ruler and join it with the back measurement. Then from the folded part also, I'm going to divide my bust measurement, which is 23 inches. 23 divided by 2, that's I think 5.5 or 6.5. 6.5. Then I'll give 1 inch sewing allowance. The length of the dress is 28 inches. I'm so sorry, that measurement was off the camera. So you just place your tape from the starting point down to the lower part of the dress and cut and measure out your 28 inches and add 1 inch sewing allowance for my bust measurement. Then I got 6.5 on my bust measurement. I'm going to place that on the full length line, and then I'm going to add 3 inches or 4 inches to it, depending on how wide you want your A-line. Then I'll come up and then bring out my shoulder slope with 1/2 inch. Then I'll go ahead and cuff out my armhole with my my cuff ruler, and this is what you see me doing, trying to join my armhole together. Once I'm done with that, I told you that the bust measurement is 6.5, and then I replace it on the bottom part of the dress and add 3 inches to it. So now I'm going to join it from the bust area and down to that part that I marked on the down part of the dress, and I'm going to go in by 3 inches and then give it a curve effect, which you're going to see later. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is just to come down from the folded part as well and measure my shoulder, my neck width, which is 2.5, and my neck depth is also 2.5, and then place my cuff ruler to cuff out the neck area. Then for the back area, I'll also go in by 1 inch for the back neck depth. I'm trying to cut out to draft out my shoulder slope here. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to pick my scissors and cut that out. Please, if you've watched this video up to this moment, please do not forget to like, to subscribe, and drop a thumbs up for me. And also you can also drop your comment if you need me to make adjustment, or you need me to make a video. Just drop it in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe. So to cut the back, I'm also going to fold my fabric into two and place the front part on the folded area. You don't need to bring out you don't need to exclude any zipper allowance. You just have to cut it out. Just trim it out exactly the same way the front part was trimmed out. So that is what you see me doing here. Just trim it out, and then you go to the folded area on the upper part, and then you take your back neck depth, which is 1 inch, the neck depth for the neck width is 2.5 inches. I'm trying to get the accurate length of the dress. I want to know if I'm correct. Then trim out the starting line so that it will be accurate, and then trim out the neck area, which is 1 inch. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to trim out the neck depth, which is 1 inch. That is what you see me doing here. So the front part, the front neck is what you see me trimming. You have to be very careful when you're cutting it together. You trim out the back first, and then you trim out the front neck. So for the back, I'm going to go in by, I think, 6 inches. Just, that's what I'm doing next. For this dress, we're going to be cutting a facing. We're not using lining. We're just going to cut a facing for both the front and the back bodies. So I'm going to fold and fabric into 2, and I'm going to place my front parts on top of the folded fabric, like so. So you place it, and then you trim out the neck area, and then down to the armhole area, and make sure you use your pin to secure the fabric so that you don't make any mistake when you're cutting, so it doesn't shift. So that is what you see me doing. I've already used my pin to secure my fabric, and then I'll go ahead to trim it out down to the shoulder area, the armhole area, and then you leave like 3 to 4 inches fabric for the facing. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to fold another fabric for the back area. I'll go ahead and secure the back part as well, and then you trim out the neck area and open up. I'm trying to measure, like I said earlier, you measure 6 inches. So you place your tape from the neck depth down for the back, that's 6 inches, and you're going to trim out your facing first. Once you're done trimming out your facing, then you're going to slit it open down to that 6 inches that you measured, both on the facing and on the main fabric. Then you go ahead to trim it out. Trim out the armhole area like the way you did for the front bodies, and also leave some few inches down to serve as a facing for the fabric. So this is what you see me doing here. Once I'm done with that, then so now down to the main design on this dress, which is the flower at the down part of the dress. You can see me, I folded my fabric into 2 and then folded it again into 4. So it will be as if you're cutting a 360 flare. Then you just measure out 1.5 inches or 2 inches. It depends how wide you want your flower to be. So mine, I think I measured out 2 inches and later reduced it to like 1.5, like I think so, 1.5. So I'm using my plain scissors here, but I'll end up using the serrated scissors. So once you do, I'm trying to experiment how I'm going to fold the flower, but I later change the pattern. You will see it later in the video. So here I see the flower is too big, that is, the circle is too big, so I'm trying to trim it off to reduce it a little bit so that it will look very smart and beautiful on the dress. So like I said, I was trying to experiment. I was trying to see how it's going to look, if I'm going to be folding it this way, or maybe I'm just going to sew it in the middle so it doesn't look shabby. So the next thing I'm going to do is to place my facing on my front bodies, and then I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it around the neck area. I also replace the same thing. I'll repeat the same thing on the back bodies. So it ran down to the button space, that is the 6 inches that was measured. And make sure you always use pin to secure when you're making a dress for a child, because it can be very, very small and confusing. So now you can see I've sewed my facing on the main fabric. You can take that to the ironing table and iron it out to give it a very neat finishing. So I'm going to do that to replace the same method on the back bodice, and then I'm going to join it together at the shoulder. Please, if you've watched my video up to this moment, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking. Lest I forget, I used a thread, like I made a rope for the buttonhole. That is what you see me doing before placing my what's it called, my facing. So if you want to know how I made that, I'm going to link a video up where I did almost the same thing for a dress as well, so you can check out how I place that. So here I'm done, I've joined it together. So I'm just to go ahead and just remove 1 inch allowance that I impute when I was taking the measurements. So we're done with the dress. It's a very simple style, like I said. It doesn't waste too much time. It's something you can actually cut now and then you just sew for your child for an outing, if it's an impromptu outing. So now that I've joined my fabric together, I'm trying to take the body measurement. So for the shoulder, you see that I've also the lower part of the dress. That is what I'm going to show. That is what I was trying to show on the camera. So I'm trying to join it together now. I've removed 1 inch as my sewing allowance, so I'm just going to join it from the armhole area down like this, like the way I place my ruler, down to the down part of the dress. So I will repeat the same thing on the other side of the dress as well. So because our bust is 23 inches, so the down part as well, you can see that I've already placed my measurements. So for the flower, I have enough, more than enough. I cut it with my serrated scissors. If you look at the flower, you see that it has like a triangular edge and design on the edges. So I'm just going to get the middle of my dress on the bottom part of the dress. So you're going to fold your fabric, the flower, like this, and pin it. So you're going to, you see the way I'm folding it, I folded it into 2 like this. Then I'm just going to place it on the fabric like so. So I'm just going to sew it, place it, take it to my sewing machine and sew it in the middle, just like that. Then I'll keep placing it. Once I'm done sewing that one, I'm going to place another, like the way I'm arranging it. That's how you're going to arrange it, side by side. You arrange the first one first, you fold it into 2, you place it on the fabric. Make sure you separate the front and the back. You place it like this, and then you sew in the middle. Then you put the second one like so, the flower, you sew in the middle as well. You see that it's already forming the flower pattern. So you're going to do it like that, like that, like that. Then for the bow, I'm going to fold my fabric into 2 like so. So because I already cut out the same bow on another pattern, but later discovered it's not the same color, so I actually folded the fabric into 2 and measure out 4.5 inches. So that is what I place on the real fabric now, because I already cut that out, and then I'm going to trim out the excesses. So this is folded into, which is 9 inches altogether, but it's folded into 2. It makes it 4.5 inches. So I'll just take that, and then the length, I think the length is 10 inches. I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and join it together at both the horizontal and the vertical line. I'm going to join it together and take that to the sewing machine and iron it out. So for the rope attached to the bow, that's what I'm trying to measure out. I folded my fabric into 2 and measure out 2 inches. Just down like that. I'll just keep measuring. And for the length of the rope, I place my tape rule, and then I'll just measure out 25 inches. I just measure out 25 inches. Do I measure up to 25 inches? I think so, because I really want it to be long. So, and then you just take your 2.5 inches measurement as well, 2 inches measurement as well. Then just keep measuring like that, and then join it together. Once you're done joining it together, you take your scissors and trim that out and take it to the sewing machine to join. If you've watched my video up to this moment, that means you enjoy it and you really want to see the end product of this dress. Thank you for sticking with me. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, drop a thumbs up, and if you need any explanation or you're not comfortable with some of the things I made in this video or the mistake I made, you can as well drop it in the comment section to correct me so that I can make adjustments in my next video. Or if you have a style you want me to make a video on, you can also drop it in the comment section so that we can do this together. Thanks for sticking with me. I love you guys. Thanks. So once I'm done trimming out, there's nothing more to do. You just have to join this long rope together and join it to the bow, and then you go ahead to place it on the shoulder, and voila, we're done with the dress. This is how it looks like now. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine to join together. I'll take it to my ironing table as well to iron, and then voila, we'll take it to the sewing machine, and this is what we have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. Bye.